Hi, it's Amy. I wanted to talk about universal themes. I did an email about it a couple weeks ago. Things that I notice when I'm doing the Seeker Circle readings, repeated patterns that I am pretty sure are universal themes. And so I like to share it with everybody because I think you are also touched by this energy. And so some of the cards that I've seen coming up this week are weight, which connects to, I didn't pull it out. Um, let's see here. So this week when I did the Seeker Circle readings, I used two different decks for half of the readings, and I used another deck for the other half. And so the themes coming forward, this one is weight and rest. These two cards are actually connected. These are what I call faith cards. Use your faith to get what you want. Weight means you don't have to rush, you don't have to push, you don't have to make it happen. The Spirit's working it out for you. It's going to be even better than you ever imagined, better than you could come up with. So have faith. And the same goes for rest. When rest comes up, that's also a faith card, meaning, wow, I have enough faith in Spirit that I'm going to take a break and rest. I'm going to let this situation rest. I'm going to let this situation wait on the situation. I love this card because back in the day, I used to teach a manifesting method where sit on the couch, set the intention for what you want, sit on the couch and see what shows up for you. And it's always so amazing when you go into that space knowing that something will be revealed, an answer will show up, whatever it is that you desire will show up, it happens. So I love this image of sitting on the couch coupled with rest. Again, faith cards. So if you are struggling with faith, rest. Take it easy. Try it. See if Spirit will take over for you. These are usually messages that come up when we are anxious about a result. And if you think about it, these are the last cards you want when you like want a result really badly. But it's also a message that Spirit's got you. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I sent you a couple last week, a link to Step Into Your Greatness, the Amanda Frances meditation, and I've been playing it a lot. And then as I was reflecting on these cards to do this video, I thought, oh, this is how we get out of our own way. There's a message in that meditation that says, get out of your own way. And this is how we get out of our own way. We wait, meaning we have patience. We know that a better result is going to be revealed, and we rest. So have faith. So in addition to that, playfulness came up a lot too. And play is a message of faith, meaning I trust Spirit enough that I'm going to turn off I got to get it done. It's got to be this way. It needs to happen immediately, and just have some fun. So rest, relax, have faith. All of them are connected. When you are willing to go into the space of relaxation, then not only are you opening the door for Spirit to come in, it's also an exercise of your faith. And so the goal of manifestation is to hold so much faith that your cup runs over, right? We want to fill our faith cup until it runs over, and then we know our manifestation is around the corner. So these are some ways in which you can fill your faith cup. Rest, wait, which means be patient, knowing that a better result's going to show up than what you think, and then play, have some fun, laugh, breathe, and know it's all going to be okay. The next one that's been coming up, and this came up a lot this week, and it came up in the previous weeks, it's all about connection. And what this means is allowing humans and Spirit to bring you what you want, meaning God's going to work through whomever they need to work through for your benefit. So trust your connections, trust your ability to connect with others. It's also a message about opening your heart. When we are closed down, we are also closing down the ability for spirit to come into our life. And sometimes we close down for real reasons. We're trying to work something out. We want a result. We're anxious about something. So we close off without even knowing it. Sometimes we do. And we sever our connection because spirit's going to bring in our blessings through other human beings, through experiences on the earth plane. So you got to be willing to connect to those experiences so that you can have that result that you desire most. So connection, this means really honoring the connections. And it's not just humans. If you look at all these penguins, some of these are spiritual beings that want to support us, and they may be giving us messages through signs. Maybe it's a song you keep hearing on the radio. Maybe it's a piece of information you overheard while you're in line at the grocery store. Maybe it's something in this talk. Maybe it's a meditation or a motivational. One little piece is what's going to shift everything for you so that you can take the appropriate action you need to take. And I'm going to break down the steps of manifestation in a moment. So stick around. That I think makes it all very easy. Next is the common theme is follow your heart. I did a podcast about this. This is something that I've had to live for the last year, following my heart, because I got really clear about a year ago that I can follow what everybody else tells me. I can follow the experts. I can do what my mother says. I can do what my friends say. But ultimately, if I go against my heart, I'm not going to get the result I want. So this message of follow your heart is beautiful, but there is a downside to that. Things might seem like they're taking longer than you expected. Other people might not understand it. You might feel like you're out in the wilderness, just going with what you know to be true. But if you hold to that, I'm living proof that you will find the relief, the peace, the security that you deeply desire, because it's all within you. Spirit is guiding you. So what piece of wisdom somebody else got and that they followed and they did this system, that may not apply to you. You've got to do what feels right within you. And spirit is always communicating with you via your intuition. And so if you follow that wisdom, it might be a little bit of a journey. It might take you on destinations you never predicted. But in each one of those moments, there's an opportunity for growth. There's an opportunity for blessings. There's an opportunity for stepping into your greatness and acknowledging all the magic and wonder that exists in your life. So follow your heart this week, because it will lead you to where you want to be, even if it doesn't make sense to other people, especially when it doesn't make sense to other people. I had a friend say something to me about what I was up to. And I know it was just her own stuff coming up. And I knew if I tried to make her feel good about what I was up to, I was going to miss my blessing. And you got to step out in faith. That's, you got to really have faith that God is guiding you, because it's screaming at you. It's telling you, it's right. Even if all the pieces that would make it make sense are not present. That's where your faith shows up. It's when you keep moving in the direction of something, even when you don't have proof yet. But the proof is how it makes you feel inside. The proof is your desire, right? Okay, next card that's been coming up. This is awesome. Divine Magic. And in this deck, this is an awesome deck where these cards come from. The Magic card also came up this week. And what this means is Spirit's working a miracle out on your behalf, and get out of the way. And this card says, expect the miracle. But the key word here is expect. That's the faith. Expect that something wonderful is happening. Don't try to predict what it is, because you're going to be wrong. But just know, I can feel it. Something wonderful is happening. Even if, again, everything around you looks like it's not. That is when your faith really matters. That's when you really start to fill your faith cup rapidly. And once that cup is filled, whatever, I think it's different for every person how much faith they need to hold for something to manifest. But that's when what you want shows up. So Divine Magic and the Magic card in that other deck is just believe in it. Expect it to happen. Know it's real. Know that synchronicity is real, meaning there are no coincidences. Everything is divinely connected. And sometimes it's divinely connected in a way in which it's not as transparent. So I had something happen this morning, and I don't want to go into a lot of detail about the specifics of it, but I recognized the imbalance right away. I was like, why is this not matching up the way I know to be true? And then I realized, oh, I've been chilling in this other area, and so I have to put more energy there. I guess that's the best way I could describe it without going into detail. But yeah, everything is connected. There are no coincidences. Spirit is on your side if you believe that Spirit's on your side, and if you believe otherwise, that is also true. Another little thing I wanted to talk to you about before we wrap here, and I don't know we're already at 10 minutes. So thank you for hanging out. I saw this post on Instagram from Manifestation Babe that I thought was so dope, and I wanted to share it. It goes along the lines of following your heart and up leveling, right? Following your heart is a way of up leveling your life. The act of unlocking the greater capacities you didn't know you had as you fulfill your life's purpose of growing into the best version of yourself and reaching your full potential one level at a time. And what she did a great job. If you follow her, she did on one side, she compares what we think is supposed to happen when we decide we're going to be spiritual people, having this human experience, and we're going to trust the divine, we're going to go for it, and we're going to have faith, and we're going to follow our hearts. And this is why so many people stop following their hearts, because of what I'm going to share with you. And then she compares what actually happens. So what we think is going to happen is a smooth transition filled with rainbows and butterflies. What actually happens, often one of the most painful, loneliest, scariest feelings that lasts anywhere between a couple of days to a couple of months. And I'll even go out and say it could last a little bit longer than that, depending on how much we're in denial about the process. Next, what we think is going to happen is everyone in our current social circle and family is going to love seeing us change and support us unconditionally throughout that process. What actually happens? Those closest to us become the most fearful of our transition. They unconsciously find any way they can to keep you from up-leveling due to their fear of losing connection with you. And, I had this friend, say something to me as I was leaving Los Angeles. And I know that's what it was, right? I was following my heart, and, then this connection would be broken. It happens. And you can call it out, but then have a space of compassion and be like, hey, I get it. I'm up leveling. It's going to make people uncomfortable. It's going to make me uncomfortable, right? What you think will happen as you follow your heart, you up level, your ego will stay quiet throughout the whole process, and you won't experience a single moment of self-sabotaging thoughts or behaviors, right? We start a diet and we think, oh, I'm going to rock it out this time, and there is going to be no way in which I will have any thought of going against this plan I'm on. What actually happens? Your ego gets the loudest right before you up level. It will do anything to keep you from transitioning and offer encouragement to stay in your comfort zone. Your ego loves you, but it does not want you to change because change feels unsafe. And so when you're following your heart, when you're tapping into the magic of spirit, when you're being in your faith, your ego is going to blare for a period of time. And if you can hold out, you're going to experience this beautiful, just radiant sense of peace and tranquility. And gosh, the last couple of weeks for me have been phenomenal energetically. And it is because I had to hold on when everything seemed like it wasn't going to work out. So I love Amanda Frances says this. She says, when you think everything's a mess, that is when the magic will start to happen. That's when your faith cup is rising. And if you can hold out and let that last few drops of faith fill your cup, then it's going to overflow and you're going to see this amazing shift in your life. Okay, I'm more on up leveling. This is again from Manifestation Babe. Beautiful, beautiful post on Instagram. You think it's going to look like everything makes sense and everything's crystal clear and you know exactly what's happening. Actually, you'll be in massive confusion and nothing will make sense temporarily. But if you can hold that faith, if you can keep moving forward, if you can keep showing up for yourself, the way will be made. It will start to get clearer and clearer. Next on Following Your Heart, up leveling. You think it's going to be a linear process. Okay, I am going to manifest X, Y, and Z. And it's just going to be easy peasy. I have decided. And sometimes it is. I'm not gonna, but usually it feels easy because you've already been doing a lot of the work. But for most of us, if you're just starting out on up leveling or following your heart, it's not going to be a linear process. It's going to take you on a windy little journey and zigzag you around and circle you back, and then poof, the magic happens. So, but this is what actually happens. Progress that's circular and all over the place as you uncover many layers of things to let go of. Because really, manifestation, yes, it's declaring what you want and it's believing that it's going to happen, but 90% of the work is letting go of all the bullshit that tells you can't have it in the first place. Because if you believed you could have it, you would already have it, right? So anything you want, everybody hates releasing work, but I talk about it a lot. It's when, in my sessions with clients, that's when people get really punchy. Oh shit, Amy, I got to change. Yeah, if you're going to get what you want, you're going to have to let go of all the beliefs that tell you you can't have it and just be willing to go through that process. And it's kind of uncomfortable. I mean, I spent the last year probably every single day doing some type of releasing exercise. And I can say now that I do less and less and less, but I am more and more conscious when a thought comes up that goes against what I want. And I have to let go of that programming so that I can have it. And then lastly, what you think it's going to look like, up leveling, following your heart. You wake up the next day and it's as if overnight you're a success. You have millions of dollars in the bank. You have 100,000 followers on Instagram if that's what you want. And you love your life and your hot person, mate, partner is in bed next to you. You think, ooh, I've decided to follow my heart. Great things are happening for me. And tomorrow I'm going to wake up and it's going to be radiant and magical. This is what actually happens. Most commonly preceded with a test from the universe to see if you've learned your lessons before ascending to the next level. Yeah, learning your lessons, man. It's real. It's real. Are you going to really believe in what you want? Spirit's going to give you a test. Are you really going to go to the next level? Spirit's going to give you a test. And I will say in my one-on-one work, what breaks my heart the most is when someone gives up in the middle of their test. And don't give up. Just don't give up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It's going to be amazing. All right, I should probably pitch because, it's part of me doing content like this. I have to tell you what I'm selling. So many of you know you've gotten an email from me. I sent mainly to people who've already ordered them before. The 2020, God, I can't believe I'm saying that, 2020, month by month intuitive readings are on sale. I do have a handful left. If you are a person who has ordered them in the past, because I am deeply loyal to my clients, and maybe you're not ready to submit your payment and fill out the form now, just let me know that you're going to buy it and I will make sure you get one. For everybody else, order early because I spend a lot of time on these. And this has been a long process of figuring out how to do this. And what I've identified is I have to give myself lots of time. So yes, the cutoff date is the 15th. Yes, there are only a limited, I think there are 4 still available. Again, I'll go over that if you get it into me early and not wait until the last minute because of course, my clients are a lot like me and they wait until day of. They're like, oh my God, Amy, I really want it, please. And I still do it. but I want to have a New Year's Eve this year, and I want you to be able to meditate on this as you welcome in the new year. So I'm going to have them to you between December 1st and December 15th. In order for me to do that, I need you to submit them as soon as possible if you want them. So it's not much of a pitch. I guess it's more of like, hey, if you want this, please, please, please let me know. Submit your payment. Let's get going on that. Now, if you've never had it, here's the sales pitch. They're awesome. People love them. I love them. I do them for myself. Spirit brought in a message about doing a prescriptive reading as well as a predictive reading for each month. And then, of course, they tell you all the numerology, both the universal energy as well as your own personal numerology for that time period. What I love about the way I work is I'll pull you a card, but follow your heart, because I'm an intuitive and I tune into the energy of whoever I'm reading for in that moment. So say a message like follow your heart, it might mean one thing to one person and another to someone else, something else. So that is the beauty of working with me, is that you get insight that's really specific to you. There is nothing that I do that is cookie cutter. Even programs that I've created that I'm reselling, I still go in and I say, what does this community of people who bought this service need most from me? What spirit, where do they need to be spoken to? And then I adjust things accordingly. So everything I make is personal, and I love that. That's what I do best. I love connecting with you. I love reading your energy. I love supporting you in your greatness in whatever form that I can. So 2020 month by month intuitive readings are on sale now. $90. You get 2 cards per month. You get all of your numerology for the year. I keep it open so that if you do have a question, you can. I will answer your questions about things as they come up. And I love my job, and I love you guys, and thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to serving you for the rest of this year and into a glorious new year, because I did not do my yearly prediction. There's so much circling right now that I think is a bit unclear in our world, but I can feel and I can see the shifts starting to happen. I know that there's some amazing things happening here in the Bay Area for the good of all. We're going to see a redistribution of energy here in the Bay Area for the highest and greatest good of all those involved. So no, things are getting better, even if they temporarily seem to get a bit worse. They are going to get better, and it's going to be phenomenal. And I want to support you in every way possible. So this was a long video, longer than I expected. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.